Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday night, October 26th, episode 85 of the Canadian Brick Builders weekly chat. Others will be joining shortly. David St-Cyr, my usual co host, is coaching hockey tonight. I think that's going to be the trend for the next little while, so he's going to join in when he can. And others will join in, hopefully, as the evening progresses. Anyway. No one's watching right now according to the tubes or according to the little indicator on my screen. So right now I might be talking to myself, but we'll see how it goes. It's been a slow news week again. There's a little bit of news, but not a huge amount, I would say. So we'll see where the evening takes us as in the conversations and stuff. Let's see how things go. But yeah, I have finished reorganizing my Bricklink inventory. I just finished that yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So I'm glad that is done. I now have a much more organized Bricklink inventory. Although since I've finished it yesterday, I haven't gotten a single order. So now I'm like, that's kind of weird. While I was sorting for the past week and a half, I had some pretty large orders, and now it's been pretty quiet for the last few days. Hello to whoever is watching on YouTube. Oh, Steve. Hello, Steve. Welcome. You appear to be the first one watching tonight, so thank you for joining. I was just saying that it's been a slow news week. Got my Bricklink inventory stuff done this week, which was good. So I haven't had much time for mocks. There's a video dropping tomorrow morning on my channel for there's a video dropping tomorrow morning on my channel for a couple of bricks and pieces orders I got last week. I got another order today, so I filmed a video for that. That'll probably drop hopefully later this week if I can get the time to do the software magic to edit it and stuff. Let's see. Yes, Lego has too many ideas, bad ideas. Yeah. And we'll get into that later tonight, but that's just there right now because I don't want to be the only thing on the screen. So yeah, we got a few more people joining us. Hello, everybody. One on Facebook, one on Twitch, a couple on YouTube. So like as I was saying, we're waiting for a few others to join as well. David St-Cyr will be joining for sure. Just not sure what time. He's a dad and he coaches his kids hockey, so he'll be in when he can be in. For building stuff, I've been on a couple of chats this week on Bricksmith's channel, Julian's channel. So if you haven't discovered Bricksmith yet, go check him out on YouTube. He's a lovable guy. But his wife is working on a model, and she's doing the curved wall technique that we have here. And she was trying to figure out how to do windows in it. So I quickly mocked this up yesterday with just a curved window that allows you to have a really decent curve. This 1x2 brick, 1x1 round brick trick gives you really tight curves. But you can see the window sticks out a little bit, but it still allows you to get a good shaped curve. The other thing I love about this is if you can basically go in almost any shape with this. You can kind of do, well, you can kind of take it apart too. I was going to say you can kind of twist it a bit too. I went a little too far twisting that one. But yeah, it's a interesting technique for building, and just the window is basically you could use a 4x6 type window in here as well. The trick is on the top to use a plate in the center and then a couple of tiles, and at the bottom it's the same thing. It's like a tile on a round 1x1 round with the brick in the center. So whatever the pattern is, you just try and keep it like for these cones. You just kind of the rounded bricks. You just kind of keep the same pattern going to match it up. And it gives enough flexibility, even though the window isn't curved, it gives it a little bit of flexibility. So the other thing I was playing with is last week I got the Duplo train wagon. And the video actually for that's dropping tomorrow. Like I said, I just didn't get a chance to edit it until today. So I've been trying to figure out how to top it and make it Lego brick compatible. So right now I'm kind of playing with these curve pieces. Hard to get the angle because the light is just so darn bright. There you go, you see it better there. But I'm trying to figure out now what to do in the corners if I'm going with that. I like the curve just because it gives it a little bit of a shape. And my original idea, which corner is it? My original idea was to use this nice curve corner, but that leaves us a little gap in here. And I also discovered this using this part as well, which doesn't quite match up over on these edges. So, you know, it's a work in progress. Duplo bricks obviously are half or double the scale of Lego bricks. So usually a 2x4 brick will fit over one of those holes, and 2x3s will as well, as long as there's the old style. Like this brick doesn't have any cross supports in it going across the center, but a lot of the newer 2x brick, and including these parts, actually have cross supports in there just to give them better strength so they don't break. But with those cross supports, they don't actually fit properly on the Duplo studs. So it's very limited what you can do, what you can fit on these studs, just because of the height of the stud is like almost 2 plates. So you can't put a plate on it because it just won't hold. You have to go a full brick. But yeah, I'm working with that. Hint, I also got some Duplo track in as well. So that's my the video that's going to drop later this week will be for that. So I can maybe start working on that project. Like I said, I started playing yesterday with this. I also tried with the one of the hinge or one of the arches, the yellow plates there just as a spacer. One of the arches just to play with that curve. But the problem now is I don't have anything to go on top of here. So, you know, it'll take a little bit of work to figure out what to do, but I like the challenge. So yeah, there's that. What else? Trying to think if there's anything else I managed to get done this week, and probably not, unfortunately. It's been, like I said, most of my Bricklink stuff, or most of my time was taken up with Bricklink. I hope to do some more room reorganizing this week. I managed to get to IKEA and got a little bit extra shelving for a expansion of my this minifig, this rack right. Why am I not able there? This rack that right here, the tall one, is all my minifig bits, and I need to expand it, but I can't go any bigger on that rack. So I've got like one of the wider, well, like this style rack, this size, but only like the 4-foot high section. And I've got another place over on this side of the room where I'm going to put that. So to give me a little bit more room, a little bit more shelf space as well at the top, so I can move some stuff around. And it's right by my Bricklink filling area as well. So to give me a bit of higher shelf space so I can put some stuff up there. So yeah, and hopefully get some building done, do some space possible designing with that track and the train wagon. The rest of this train won't be until late December, early January, whenever Lego gets stock of that Duplo train, which is currently out of stock. So we'll also talk today about the stock levels at Lego, because they're fairly similar to last week, but you know, they dipped a little bit, so we can talk about that as well. Yeah. All right, I guess we can hop into some news until others appear, although it is a short news week, so hopefully others appear before we get to the news. Let's see, we want this one right here. Okay, so not Lego news, but still fun. I guess I can go over this for you now. The Marvel Quantumania Quantumania trailer dropped this week. I had a chance to watch it. It looks pretty fun. Hey, Jeff. Oh, hey, figures. As soon as I start talking news, because I was running out of things to talk about, someone joins me.
Hello.
Ant-Man, Quantumania. We'll get back to that later, but it was a fun trailer. And the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday trailer dropped too.
I saw that one.
And it's got a fun cameo.
Yep.
It's Raining Dave's.
I just finished a video for my YouTube channel.
Dave started this video about an hour and a half ago, and that is
hour and a half ago. Actually, these are short videos.
Dave, it was funny today. my YouTube, you know, like I use my watch later list, and I just add videos like at the beginning of the day or whatever. I'll add videos to it, and then I'll just start playing them through the day. And I've got a bunch that are like hour plus long videos that I don't watch while I'm working just because I feel they take a little more concentration. But one of my videos I was watching ended, and there was nothing in my watch later list, so your video popped up, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember putting that on there, but okay. So I'm like, must be a short one because it popped up. I just
It
assumed
must
it
be
was
a short one.
It
What?
must.
and you're
Later.
It
3
comes
minutes
from
in.
Dave.
That's
It
long
must
asleep.
be a short one for sure.
3 minutes in, and then I read the title. It's like this, that, and a tangent, and I'm like, what kind of tangent? Oh, an hour and 20-minute long tangent.
I was thinking about
Ish.
honestly. So I uploaded it the first time after I filmed it, and I uploaded it and I deleted it. And I said, I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to edit on my phone before I upload it again and delete the entire tangent of gatekeeping because it's like, I talking about it again. But then I got to work and I was lazy and I said, I'll upload the whole thing. So,
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm just.
but I just made 3 short videos because, like, I'm building round things again. Look at this round.
I just gotta. Ooh, hold on, Davey.
Space.
So somebody wanted to know how I built the rocket platform. So I took 3 videos of me making this.
Cool.
For the rocket
And
platform.
are you actually building another platform, or are you just doing that?
I had an idea. I'm not going to do it now because I would say the layout as it is. So I built a small version of the layout for the show a couple weekends back, and I made it so that the new short ends can actually lock into the rest of it. And so instead of having, the regular layout is 6 base plates by 9 base plates, I can add, it'll be like 13 base plates by 6 base plates. So,
Dark gray helmets back in stock.
that's awesome. So anyway,
yeah, but you don't have the air tanks to go with it.
No, but they're back in stock. Okay, anyway, we're listening to Dave here.
That's no, you're talking. I talk
Don't show
enough.
things to the camera if you're listening to Dave.
I talk enough.
Yeah, but I was gonna say we don't want them to fast forward our video by half. Like they can't. If they're watching, whoever's watching live, the 5 people who are watching live right now, they can't 2 times speed us because they're live. I'm just joking.
Just afterwards when it was broadcast on YouTube.
So yes, you were saying.
About what?
You were saying about your platform.
Yeah, I can make it.
You made a smaller layout.
Yeah, I did make it smaller, and it worked out well. I was very happy with it. Yeah. But I can take those new parts and make my existing layout bigger now.
But then you need to put stuff on it. So.
Pardon?
Then you need to put stuff on it.
Yes, that's the issue. And I try to get in Track Draw or Track Designer, which is what I use, and I can't seem to come up with a nice way of doing it.
Vehicle servicing bay.
Yeah, but then I have to build a whole other box to carry stuff in. So that's the issue.
Just get a bigger car, Dave.
That's the other thing too, right? If we're gonna go to a show, I have to bring the wife and kid, and we have to have our luggage in there. So it's like we have to get an overhead bin on the van.
You have a trailer, Dave.
Yeah,
you have a trailer hitch.
Yeah, you have a trailer hitch. Just rent those little.
Yeah, but when I'm at the show, I have to go with the trailer. Sandy will want to go into town, and there's a trailer that I have to leave in the parking lot somewhere.
That's not a problem. I left my trailer in a parking lot in Chicago for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
without an issue.
Yeah, so it's all part of the context of what I want to do.
I understand. I'm just saying.
Especially if it's a rental, you can just leave it there.
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah.
It's not your responsibility because it's a rental.
Yeah, I don't know how that exactly works, but anyway.
Just buy the insurance and go with it.
Well, I just have the trailer lock on mine. It's like $20-$30 and done.
Look
at that.
David's Mexican. He has a sombrero.
Sombrero. A Lego sombrero. I'm on it.
Jeez. So what have you boys been working on? Obviously, Dave's been working on making...
The room was neat an hour ago. The room was completely neat an hour ago. Like I had everything. Like I was so happy that everything was sorted and done. And now my room's got stuff all over the floor again because I built this.
I wish we had the ability to like draw areas, like to draw circles on our people's videos so that we could say, look at those holes there in your blue. And...
Yeah, because those bins are on the floor right there.
Yeah, I know. I'm bugging you.
Because I was building this. So I bring the bins over here. because
Before the video started, I cleared out all my bins that I had on the back table.
That's fun though, because I keep on thinking that I'm finished, and then I go look through some other bins. Oh, here's a little thing of unsorted stuff that I put in the Ziploc 20 years ago, and like, oh right, I guess I have to sort that now. And then I was glad to build today.
And hi, Jeff, if I didn't say it, I can't remember if I did. Just as you popped that up, then everybody else joined, so I can't remember if I actually did it or not. So Mr. St-Cyr, other than hockey, what have you been working on?
I took hold of a big delivery of sets
Ooh.
this weekend, so I got a couple of these.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I got this.
Ooh,
It's a whole
cool.
box.
Oh, box.
Whole box
That's nice.
of 36.
I
I
think
got
Jeff got very
the
straight.
Series 23. So Jeff, if you want the Knights,
Castle Knight.
the Castle Knight over here, you just
You
let me know.
That reminds me. I had to fill an order the other week, and I got a box of 6 from Lego, and I haven't actually opened those yet.
And
So.
I also got another XL 15.
Oh, nice. That's one of my favorite builds.
It's a great set. That's why I got
It
a
is.
second one, because it's so great.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I
Wait,
got
here.
this.
Oh, see, that's what I want. I want it for
It's right there. Oh, the XL15 is right there too. Hey, what do you know?
So that's my next build.
Nice.
Cool.
When
Awesome.
I get the time, if I get
Yeah.
it. Well, I'm coming up with I have a couple days vacation coming up. I'm off on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday actually. So
Cool.
got a 5 days, and there's actually no hockey in those 5 days. Well, there's one game, but I'm not there because I'm actually playing while my son is playing. So we're both
Okay.
playing at the same time. So
Against each other.
no, not against each other, but because he would beat me like. Because right now my son's team has not lost a game in 4
Well, that's
games.
nice.
We haven't lost a game. We tied the first one, and we won the 3 others, and we just
Cool.
won 4 or 5-0 that one. And the team we were playing against, they haven't won one game in the season. They haven't scored a goal in all the in 4 games. So
Wow.
Wow. That would be my team.
I felt sorry for them a bit.
Yeah. Understandable. I was showing this off before you guys got here, or just starting to play with the
Space
Duplo.
Train.
Yeah, I'm starting to play with trying to figure out what to do to.
I thought of
get
you,
rid of
Jeff,
it.
because I saw that Amazon was discounting the train set that you ordered from Lego. Actually, it was
Really?
like 7. Yeah, it's like 17% off
I'm checking it out right now.
on
I didn't see
Amazon.
that on Amazon. Huh.
So I said to myself, "Oh, Jeff paid too much for his train set
I probably did. Hold on for a second.
and didn't have it yet, and you didn't get it yet. It's still back.
Oh, that's the thing. If Lego is selling it,
See,
this
there it
one
is,
here.
$85.
Huh.
Huh.
And you get it in 1 day if you're a Prime member.
Which I am. Huh.
So is that the new Intelli train that you showed us last week, Jeff?
Yep, that's the base of it. The base of it, the black part at the front there with the light on it.
Okay.
Huh. Huh. Oops. What just happened there?
Oops.
Well, I mean, it might be worth doing.
I'm debating that now because it was $84.
Well, Dave, I have a second one coming. Look, I've already bought it, apparently. I was going to say, I'm going to have a second one because I want that sooner than later because I'd rather have a project to work on.
All right.
So I might have one coming in late December, early January if you want it. And if not, I'll sell it online or whatever. Like, no big deal.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I don't want to leave you hanging.
So basically, that's what I did. I didn't build anything. I haven't been in my leg room from like ages. Well,
Yeah.
It's hockey season, so
Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
mostly ringside cheering and encouraging players and telling them, yes, you're doing a good job.
Woot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. And handling practices also, because that's part of coaching also.
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm giving back.
You're
Yeah,
doing a good
that's.
job.
I mean, that's the thing, right? You're helping out the community.
Yeah.
And your son at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one lesson I've learned. That a coach that was one coach that was coaching me actually said, we're giving you time right now, but later on you have to give back what you got. So that's why that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, because I want to give back
Yeah.
for people that took the time to coach me and taught me life lessons. And
Cool.
I can't delete these things. You're gonna have to do it, Jeffy.
Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, you can actually just hit the 3 dots and block
I
user.
don't have the 3 dots.
Oh,
Again.
if you hover over it, I did
I'm
it
not
anyhow. But
I'm not a guy anymore. Woohoo!
well, you are. You just
I'm just an exhibitor.
you are.
Really?
But anyways, hello, Eric.
still
By the way. So I can practice for my son. Well, we were just talking about Dave being
Oh, I have
late
to
every
log
week.
in. Okay, that's
The
it.
same thing. Yeah, you have to log in. Anyway, and then that's how you log yourself out too. Apparently, placed
Dave.
my order. Oops, sorry, I was a little distracted there. I just placed an order on Amazon. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Have I known, I would have sent you the link earlier.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I
I'd
saw
rather
it yesterday, and I was like, poor Jeff, he already ordered it and he paid too much.
Yeah, well, I did. I paid full price, so. But
Hey,
I.
the worst part is it's not here yet, and
Well, and that's what I don't get. Like, who was actually? Hold on. Let me just. Just gonna click on that. And
it's
then I'll show
actually
you.
sold by Amazon.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's a visit the Lego store. Because it has
Sold
a
by
visit the Lego.
Amazon and delivered by Amazon. So they must have
I'm just
found
checking
some in stock
shipped. Yeah,
somewhere.
shipped from and sold by. So it's just weird to me that they have it but Lego doesn't. But
Well,
anyway.
maybe they found a crate or something in their giant warehouses, and
Yeah, maybe. Although you figure they wouldn't have that issue where they're they lose stuff, but apparently they do. So anyway, okay, let's get back to the news.
or
Or
maybe Lego is favoring Amazon over their own customers.
that's possible too.
Just saying.
Well, because Lego runs the store on Amazon as well, right? Like, and that's where most of the Black Friday deals came from as well, or the Amazon Prime deals that we had came from. So I don't know.
Because Lego usually favors its retailers and the big retailers like Walmart, used to be Toys R Us too, and Target, and Dave's back.
What'd you say, Dave?
I say, let me do this while we're on live and let me fix this.
You logged in?
Yeah, I am now.
Well, try posting something in the chat. See what happens.
I just blocked a user, although an error has occurred. Try refreshing the page.
Yeah, because I already blocked that user.
Oh, okay.
Right, if you try typing something in the comment at the below there, and we'll see what comes up. Because you should be able to do that automatically now if you're admin. Hello.
Oh, I'm you.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It should be. That's one thing I don't know that they ever fixed.
I'm not nearly as handsome or as charming, so I don't know if I like that idea.
Me neither, but okay.
But you have more hair.
I do. I definitely have more hair. It's a lot messier too, because it's thicker and fuller. Anyway,
we're gonna watch Quantumania. Woo! Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say that the trailer dropped. The trailer dropped yesterday.
This week in the news.
Oh, this is Lego news.
Also the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I like both of the Christmas special.
The Christmas special, yes.
Yeah, the
Which-
Christmas
which
special.
hope
I
is
saw
better than
the
the Star Wars Christmas special.
I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special and
Yeah.
the trailer, and I gotta say, it looks really
It looks
great.
good. Yeah, yeah. This one also I thought was pretty decent looking, so I'm looking forward to it for sure. Quantumania comes out February 17th, so 3 days
No
after someone's
spoilers.
birthday.
Somebody's
think I know
born
what
on
I'm gonna see.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to see on Valentine's Day or on that week after my birthday. Anyway, did anybody watch Black Adam by any chance?
Not yet.
No. Okay, I hope to see it sometime this week, like
I've
after
seen
the
all the
weekend.
spoilers, but I haven't seen the movie yet.
My son's birthday is on Saturday, so I think I'll see him. He's here, but I think he's going to be out with his friends all weekend, so I don't know if I'm actually going to see him on his birthday. But anyway.
Are you gonna bake a cake, Jeff?
Oh, and he's got some training on Sunday too. Am I going to make a cake? That's a good point. I should probably purchase something for him. Don't. Thanks, Dave. You reminded me of what I forgot to do.
You have to
That's what
have
they
cake.
pay for.
It's his birthday. Come on, at
This is
least
Happy
true.
birthday
Have a cake.
to somebody.
All right. Next up, Lego or the DLC stuff. So Lego announced a little while ago for the Star Wars Skywalker saga that they were adding some more DLC characters. They've just revealed 2 of the character sets.
Tron.
One for they've revealed multiple, but like Clone Wars, the Summer Vacation show. Did anybody watch? Oh, did anybody watch the Summer Vacation thing? Star Wars Summer Vacation on Disney Plus? I haven't watched it either yet. I keep on
Yep.
forgetting to. Star Wars Rebels, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and Book of Boba Fett. So they're dropping on the 1st of November, 15th, and the 29th. So if anybody plays the game, I started playing it. I haven't finished it because I got distracted by another game. But I'm definitely going back to finish it, and it's a pretty fun game. So
I finished She-Hulk. That was good.
yes, She-Hulk was a good show. I
Yeah,
agree. I
like
enjoyed it. At the end, I didn't really get what was going on, but then I read some reviews for it and realized that part of the comic book lore came out at the end of the movie, or throughout the whole thing, the fourth wall stuff. So that she did it constantly in the comic books as well. So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
I like
But
it.
I haven't seen the end, right?
Oh,
I'm at-
okay.
I'm
Well,
up to
there's
episode 6, I think.
No spoilers.
no
No
spoilers.
spoilers.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
started watching Andor, but I haven't finished it yet.
I have
I'm
not
on.
seen it.
Sorry, Dave.
I haven't seen an episode yet.
Oh, okay. I watched this today's episode just before the chat. It's a 17 episode series, so it's like the longest
Oh,
of
that's
any
pretty good.
series that they've put out.
Yeah.
And I think it's episode 8, and I like the show. It's slower because it's got 17 episodes. They don't have to rush things. And today's episode was kind of slow as well, but it was kind of the point of it because of the situation that's been happening. So yeah.
Perfect.
Speaking of shows, that was an interesting tie-in.
Segue, nicely done.
Lego Masters. Some of the Lego Masters cast, some of the contestants are doing meet and greets at Lego stores across America this week. North America, I should say. Is it this week? For the next 2 Saturdays, starting this weekend. Okay, yes, I was accurate with that. Once I find the article. Basically, Calgary, Alberta, the 2 Stevens will be there because they're local to that area on the 29th from 12 to 4. Albany, New York, Aaron, can't remember who that person is, but they're there for November from 12 to 4 on the 5th. In South Park, Charlotte, North Carolina, Michelle will be there. Liz from one of the other teams will be in Natick, Massachusetts. Yeah, that's Massachusetts, right? Yeah, I think so. November 5th. And November 5th also at the Providence store in Providence, Rhode Island will be Christine. So if you're in any of those areas and want to meet a Lego Master, go for it. We have Nick Delamora is local to Toronto. He's not doing it, I guess, in the next couple of weeks, but I would expect that he would probably do something as well in the future. He's probably a busy guy, though. This was an interesting article from Brick Fanatics. Lego employees have started a new hobby. So there's a group started by one of the guys in the environmental waste department. He went to an event outside of Lego, and it was a walking slash jogging event where, as you were walking or jogging, you picked up garbage on the way. So you kind of clean up the environment as you're walking through it. So they started a little group in Billund, and they go out like once a month, I think it was, and yeah, monthly plogging. They call it plogging because it's picking up garbage while jogging. I don't know.
Yeah, but okay.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong here. I like the sentiment, but Billund is essentially the Lego town.
Yes.
I mean, most of the people there are working for Lego because they got like 6,000 employees.
Yeah.
So basically, and there's nothing else in Billund, by the way, because
Yeah.
I know because André Franca, who's part of our lug Kellogg,
Mhm.
he just went there for skirt. I can't pronounce it. Skirt back,
Scareback. Yeah.
Scareback. So he
Yeah.
was there and he visited Billund and he actually stayed 2 weeks with Pierre Normandin, who's actually
Okay.
a designer there.
Yeah.
And he said it. Without Lego, there's no Billund because it's in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
and basically Lego owns like 80% of the town. So
Yeah. Okay.
these people are actually picking up garbage from other Lego employees.
I disagree. Legoland Billund has the Lego or Lego Billund has the Legoland Park. They have the museum. So it is a tourist town as well.
Well, not that much.
Really?
I
And
hear lots of Lego
right
people like it's mecca
and
for
by
Lego
the way,
guys.
the park is closed during winter, so
Agreed.
basically
But I
they're
mean, this
picking
is
up
obviously
garbage from other Lego employees.
I wonder
So
if they have all those buildings that were there in 1967 when they opened up the first Lego park.
the ones that didn't burn down. Yes.
No, that's like the 40s. They're talking about
I know.
the
I'm
Lego,
just being
the little
sarcastic.
Lego minis that they were built for the first park because they had some
yeah,
Lego.
they're still there apparently.
Yeah,
There's a lot of dust and yellowing and
original
damage
thing right on the
from the
outside in
weather
the element
because
for 50 years.
because Andre visited the park and he said that there's a lot of damage
Yeah.
and they
That'd be
do
cool to
have
see
some
though,
new stuff, but the old stuff would need a little update and a little
because
cleaning
I
up.
think some of those buildings were built by the wife of the original owner. So what's her name? But it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. The main point was, hey, this is
Or
actually kind of a cool hobby. If you're going to go for a walk, bring a garbage bag with you. Pick up some
bring your
garbage in your
garbage bag,
neighborhood.
clean up some stuff.
Yes.
That being said, I was at the grocery store yesterday morning,
Okay.
and there was someone who was working there, I'm assuming, because they were cleaning the parking lot with a broom or whatever. And
Sure.
as I was driving in, I saw the person reach down on the ground with their bare hands, no gloves on, and it looked like they were picking a piece of gum up off the ground.
Oh.
And it was stuck there. Like they were prying at it. And I'm like,
No thanks.
don't you want something on your fingers?
I keep on meaning to leave a message in the bathrooms at work because whoever's working with me is not a clean person. And every time I go in there, there's parts of paper towel and stuff all over the floor. And going, this is not your mother's house. Nobody's here to clean up after you. Like I'm tired of it. Like it's just.
Yeah.
I'm not like a clean freak, but like if you don't take after yourself, like I lived on my own for like 20 years, and you just put stuff where it's supposed to go. It takes less effort that way than leaving it on the floor for somebody else to pick up. Like it's just like.
And Dave, do you throw like your plastic bags or garbage out the window of your car?
No, I do not do that. And yet,
See?
within walking distance of any Tim Hortons on the planet, you'll see in the ditches like piles and piles and piles of Tim Hortons cups and wrappers. And it's like, really, dudes? Like, really? You get go through a drive-through and you just toss it out the window? It's like, come on, it's just tiring.
I mean, it's not that hard to leave it in the car, wait until you get to your destination, pick it up after you park your car, and find a trash can and put it in the trash
I
can.
won't even like get bent on the idea that you should be recycling it because that's what you should be doing. But just for the love of God, don't leave it in the ditch.
Sorry, I
it's so
muted.
tiring.
Hopefully you can't hear it. I muted for a minute. My kid just came home from his first school dance.
Hi, Jessica.
And, well, he's upstairs right now, but he's walking around. So. Okay, anyway. So my whole point was, if you're going for a walk, maybe pick up some garbage. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby, definitely,
Nice,
but people should pick up after themselves.
Exactly. I agree too. Yeah.
And especially Lego employees, because your other Lego employees are now picking up your trash. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So some people have built display stands for their speed champions. And I saw this article pop up today, and it's a custom stand that you can buy in a plexiglass. They go up to 200 pounds, British, obviously, so a little expensive. But I thought it was kind of an interesting idea.
I like these people because they came up the same thing for the Galaxy Explorer too. Like the day it was released, they had a plexiglass stand, put it on mounting it on a display case.
Yeah.
Probably the same people.
Mark Sandlin actually got a black support
arm.
An arm that hangs on his wall, and it looks great too.
Yeah, it sits underneath the Galaxy Explorer and holds it. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, I'm just kind of sharing this because it's like, hey, that's an idea.
Awesome.
Technically, I'm looking at this going, that's probably a better way to display it than what I've done too.
I try to think
because you got the whole thing is like transparent, so
it's transparent.
We got to see all the details of the cars and.
Yeah. What was that, Dave?
Don't tell Josh, but we got him the white one on the top row for Christmas.
Oh, this one.
But I think we got the other one on the top row too. Well, we got those 8 wides all over the house now, but I think some of the older ones too. So
I have most of them. The only one I don't have is Dom's charger, the latest series.
Well, if you went over to the Brick Shack, you'd get it there because I saw it there the last time I was there.
Oh, I can get it at Walmart as well.
If you went to the Brick Shack, you could get it there because the last time I saw it was there.
Okay. The problem is I'm not getting down to the Brick Shack anytime.
Oh, that's where I was going with this.
Because I could be, I guess, in a couple of weeks maybe, but no, 4 weeks.
Has anybody talked to Chantel lately? Because I haven't heard from her forever.
Chantel's been posting on Instagram. She's been doing a lot of nature walks and stuff. I haven't seen her on any Lego content recently. I'm guessing work and life has just gotten she's a teenager and stuff too. So
maybe she's entering into some kind of a dark age.
Oh, I think she's busy.
Anyways, Brickset has actually added some new features for minifig searches. So because finding minifigs can be harder, so they've always had listing by Bricklink category, so you can say superheroes in the year 2022, and it'll show you all the figures. But it does go across, DC and Marvel and stuff like that. So it's not as refined. They've now added listing by theme. They've now added this listed by theme and minifig appeared. Listing by theme the minifig appeared in function, which you can say now in Marvel superhero sets in 2022, and it'll show you all the Marvel ones. There's also listing.
It's an interesting feature. It's an interesting development. I mean, it shows that they care about the site. They're updating
They're advancing the logic. Yes, unlike Bricklink.
Unlike Bricklink.
They also have listing by character name, so you can say superhero Doctor Strange, and you get all the Doctor Strange ones.
That's cool. That's a cool feature actually, because if you want to know how many Doctor Strange different Doctor Strange have we had in the different years, you can
show me all the Iron Men, so you can build your own Hall of Armor, that type of stuff. Of course, now I've got to put that back down. Okay, anyway. And a new listing, minifigs and sets you're viewing. So you can pull up, say, the Marvel superheroes as magazine gifts type thing. So like all those foil packs that come out in Europe. And there's now a feature up here.
All of those minifigs that you won't get because they're not available in your country.
Precisely. But they also have a feature now at the top where it shows a little minifig face. And if you click on that, then you'll get all the minifigs that are in those sets. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
anyways, on top of that, they've also added a new advanced set search where you can now take parts and add them to a list in Bricklink and say you've bought a bulk lot, Dave, and you're wondering what multiple parts have come in. So you can you go to this page, you enter in the part number, you can get that from Bricklink or whatever. You can probably type in the name of it as well. You choose which part you want, then you can add in another one, say this window. You can add that to the bottom, and then there's this link here that says search for sets containing the elements below. When you click on that, it will return back what set those parts both came in, or what sets.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a
so I
nice
think
feature for those who buy used lots and
I'm
trying
I
to
know
piece
that
together.
Bricklink used to have, it probably still does, the function where if you type in what you want and the quantity you want, it would search for a store that would have all of them.
Yep.
Or partial lots in other stores, so you just have to go to one store to order them. I always thought that was a useful function too.
Yeah, it's just part of your want list, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of the opposite. This is like, hey, I have these parts. Where are they from? Right. So.
Very nice done. I like to see that they're putting effort into things.
Slow news week.
That's okay.
Lego Avatar.
I did send you a big news.
Sorry.
Yes,
I know. I'm saving that. That's coming up. Don't you worry. Lego Avatar, The Way of the Water, is throwing up some teasers for one of the characters, Curry, in the second movie.
That's cute.
So I have a feeling that we will probably get drop information on this probably in the next week or tomorrow.
Probably not going to contain monorail track, so don't count on that.
Probably not. Don't hold your breath. This is The Way of the Water. Get it?
Okay.
Also, there's been a mystery Lego.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There's also a Lego Friends reveal coming up too as well. They've kind of teased stuff. And it looks like to me there's a lot more friends than there used to be.
Yeah, it used to be 4.
It used to be 5, I think, actually. Now we're at least
I
1, 2, 3,
thought it was
4,
only
5,
4
6.
originally. Then the 5th one came in.
Yeah, but they have to include guys now. They have to include people of different racial profiles. They have to include.
Yeah, it's nice about Friends. They find more friends for Friends. So
there you go.
You all these friends.
There you go. I'd be interested
if they came with Friends. So the basic is making. Friends.
You have to have at least 6. But then who does David Schwimmer play? And who does Matt Perry play?
Blah, 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 blah. They're talking French. Did you understand that, Dave?
No. Blah, blah.
Did you ever watch that clip
on?
Yeah. I played that for someone recently who had never seen it.
And the worst part is that Phoebe is actually has a great French.
Yeah.
She's pronouncing the words perfectly.
Yeah. Well, Lisa Kudrow can do anything. That's what I'm saying.
Botching all of the words.
Lisa Kudrow can do whatever she wants. She's a very smart person and very, very talented in many aspects of the world. So, my favorite character, Phoebe.
So, I do picture a theme coming in the future called Lego Enemies.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or Lego, I don't know, X Friends, I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jeff Van Wittern, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, anyways.
That'd be fun.
All right. Next up, the long-promised paper bags in Lego sets are
here. Finally.
They did appear on last year's employee Christmas set as well, but it looks like the new releases of the Cyberdrone set, which is still out there, will come with the paper bags. You can tell that they have the paper bags because they have this picture on the side.
Recyclable.
But it's showing the bag in there as well. So if you do see one and you're like, oh, I kind of want this, look for that on the bags. I'm assuming
I like how they got the instructions.
It's kind of cool because over here in Quebec, we cannot recycle the plastic bags. The Lego plastic bags are not recyclable, but I'm hoping that the paper bag will be recyclable. So
I said the plastic bags aren't recyclable here, but I throw mine in the recycling bin all the time, and they've never thrown them out at me.
What's that?
The Lego bags.
Are you there when you're picking the bin?
They take the bin full of bags and they never complain. So either my city.
What What's wrong with the Lego boxes?
No, the plastic bags.
The plastic
They go in
bags.
the recycle bin too. The only thing that they don't
Yeah.
take over is black plastic, the stuff that's in the bottom of meat trays sometimes. They won't take the
Oh,
black.
okay.
So everything
Yeah,
that's
see-
clear gets recycled.
That's the problem with Ontario. It's different in every single city.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
kind of
Hamilton
crazy.
is not a problem. Everything that's clear and white, like the yellow plastic bag's not a problem. But if it's black, that hard black plastic that they use in the bottom of like pork chop trays or whatever,
Yeah.
they will not take. And they don't take styrofoam. You cannot recycle
No,
styrofoam.
of course. Yeah, no
So
one takes
I have to
styrofoam.
take that to the recycling center, and they'll recycle it there.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, there's a picture of what the
Good on
bags
them.
look like.
Very happy that they're putting some effort into it.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to get my first box of paper.
agreed. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be a nice change. I do feel sad for there's a lot of Bricklink sellers that do use those bags to
Yeah.
repackage parts. Because buying bags can be expensive. I probably blew through 500. No, I probably blew through about 600 or 700 plastic baggies the past week with my reorganization. So, hey, Paul, welcome.
But that's
Paul.
going to be a lot more starting fire paper for Dave.
Yeah.
You won't have to burn your boxes anymore. You can just burn your bags, Dave.
I'm gonna say that was fun, and I knew I was gonna cause a blow up, so I didn't care.
And that's exactly what Paul said. Awesome.
I still have one box in the garage for next time we go camping.
There you go.
People
So,
go,
yeah,
you can sell the box for money. I'm going, okay, I'll mail it to you. You sell it and send me the money. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's what I thought. So that's my whole point.
And yeah, some of the instructions are not coming in cardboard sleeves as well, which is nice to see because they're not getting as damaged. It's usually the bigger sets I find that are doing that.
Yeah.
But it is nice to see as well because it's preventing them from being damaged. So, yeah. Next up, Dave. This one's St-Cyr. Thank you for suggesting this. Cow dice. My apologies. I know your morning. Mindstorm's theme is ending after 24 years in existence. Lego is
But
going to
they're
retire
using that
Mindstorm.
fix or something they called it.
Spike
Spike.
Prime. I think
Well,
Spike.
I don't know what thing was that.
Spike is still going on, but only in the educational part of Lego.
And
So
Fellow.
schools will still get Spike stuff.
Yeah.
But Mindstorm for the general public is going out.
Yeah.
Of business.
So
That's okay.
these-
I'm going retro. I'm going back to the 4.5 volts now. So that's where I'm going. So it's that fact that they're just continuing the 9-volt systems. That's perfectly acceptable to me.
So yeah, they're basically 24 years in existence. It's kind of outlived. I won't say it's outlived itself, but I guess the Spike stuff and the Lego education side is kind of picking up the slack, or is kind of has kind of replaced it. So they're just going to
but they're saying in the article that probably the latest iteration of Mindstorm didn't sell that well.
Yeah. Okay.
So because the EV3 platform was new, it was innovative.
Yeah.
But this platform over here, I don't think it made the cut with the fans.
No,
and
every time I look at it, I'm like, that just doesn't look like Mindstorms to me. Like, I mean, it doesn't have I know it's got a digital screen type thing here, but
yeah, but and you couldn't hack it. You couldn't hack it like the EV3 or the previous Mindstorm set.
yeah.
So
we
I guess
will
Lego kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one.
Yeah.
Not a shock.
We will mourn Mindstorms for a while.
I'll fly into the 50 RCXs I have right
now. But it's kind of sad because there were all these the community around the Mindstorm team is very important and very active.
Yes.
And I feel sorry for them because they won't have any product to hold on or.
Well, it's just like in our era when they discontinued the Commodore 64. We had to move on.
Wow, Dave.
Okay, I'm making a reference to my youth.
Yeah. No, I know. Just you have to move on, Dave. Hello. It's the 80s are over. You have to move on.
SEQs, yay!
Oh, geez. All right, next up. All right, so this kind of leads us into our topic for tonight, which I have to admit I quickly threw together within 5 minutes of realizing, hey, it's Wednesday and I need to create a chat at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, yesterday, Lego announced the latest round of idea sets that will be considered, that will be turned into products. And for the first time ever, they chose 4. They've done 1 before, they've done 2 before, but now 4.
Well, because
Um,
they're so good. This is my issue. Like they should have done this a long time ago. The sets since the beginning, these guys are putting so much effort into designing these things and
yeah.
then putting them out there. And one a year out of the hundreds of submissions they get that get the
Um,
10,000 votes. Like no, there are
3
so many good sets out there that the fans
there's
are making.
yeah, but there's 3 or 4 reviews every year, so it's not 1 a year.
Oh,
There's 3 or
whatever. But I'm
4 a
saying
year.
release 4 sets instead of one per session. Release 4 per session. There's
Yeah.
no harm for them. There's no downside for them. The people are still going to buy them. It's not going to say if we sell 4, they only sell like the same number of sets. If we sold 1, sell 4 times as many.
Well,
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not
I
that
yeah.
much.
counted with Dave on that one because when the ideas first started, there weren't a lot of project that made it that
Yeah.
made it to 10,000 votes and made the cut. But now you get every review, and it's every quarter. So
Yep.
there's a
Yeah.
review every quarter of the year,
Okay.
and every time now you get 20 to 25
Or
ideas that make the
39.
cut, or 39 that make the cut. So if
Yeah.
you're just gonna pick one project every time, I mean, you're losing a lot of good ideas that are just
So
going to waste. Or
I agree 100% with that. But my point is that there's a backlog of sets for them still to produce.
yeah,
And that is taking so long. So we'll get back to this in a few minutes when we actually start talking the overall the topic of this. I just want to actually talk about what the 4 sets were because I did think that they were decent. The first one is an insect model, different insects from around the world. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a really cool idea. Um, Next up, we have the Orient Express um, by Let's Go. It's a really dark picture, unfortunately. Let's see if we can actually. Doesn't look like there's another link to this, unfortunately, in this article. It's a dark picture, but it's Orient Express. It looks like it's on a display stand of some sort. So I'm fear this is more like Hogwarts Express type, the new set that came out. I'm hoping this fits on the proper train gauge.
yeah, that would definitely be a bad idea if you would
Yeah,
like a
yes,
Hogwarts Express set, because
I agree. And
I
I
don't
mean,
think that set is selling that well.
no, I don't
By the
believe so
way,
either. Next up is Tale of Space Age by John Carter. So when I read this, I thought John Carter, like the movie, because that was a space movie, but then I realized it's actually by John Carter. So this is just 3 little vignettes of different space scenes. I thought this one looked kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of boring to me.
Or
And I'm a
boring
space
if your
fan,
name
and
is
I'm a big
Dave.
the space. It's boring. I mean,
This is more just something you can put on your desk or something at work,
It's nice.
or
I work from home.
They put effort into it. It looks good.
I already have tons of Lego on my on my
okay.
work desk.
Not every idea is great for everyone,
That's
Dave.
right.
Okay.
I appreciate the effort they put into it. It looks great.
There you go. Last one is the
Dave
Polaroid.
is so nice. He's
Yeah.
much
I get
better
mellow
and
all
nicer
day.
person
Everything's
than I am.
fine. Everything's great. Whatever.
Mhm. And then he goes on a rant.
I
Last
got
up
it out
is
of my system last night.
the Polaroid.
If you think Dave is a nice man, just go look at his Twitter feed.
I
You
I
might change
avoid Twitter.
opinion.
I don't
I'm
recommend
just
it.
saying.
I avoid Twitter. Anyway, last up for the third time is the Polaroid One Step SX70 camera.
This is an odd choice for them because I this is such a niche market
Dave.
It's so niche. I mean, I think it was. I saw it and I said, "That's actually a really cool build," and it's
Yes.
brilliant that they did it. It's like when the guy built the Commodore 64 out of Lego, and I'm going, "That's beautiful." But there's like 5 people on the planet that want that, and it's like it's not
Yeah.
like the Atari 2600, or
A
the
typewriter.
Super NES. The typewriter
A
is
type.
really awesome,
Yeah,
I
but
think this.
the
Oh,
typewriter is like it's
historic.
more universal than a Pora War.
really?
I
How
hope
many
it
Yeah.
sells
camera?
because I hope there's more people designing stuff like that for the Lego market, because I do like Lego imitating stuff that came before, and the more retro we get, like like as you said, Jeff, the typewriter, I thought that was brilliant. The keys were gorgeous. Like there was nothing wrong with that typewriter at all. I had an antique typewriter until I took it to the thrift store. I've had it for decades,
That was a
but
Commodore 64, Dave.
well, I had that too. That also went to the thrift store, which I'm kind of regretting now, but we can talk about that later. But this Polaroid,
Yeah,
I loved
because
it.
if
And I
it's
thought
worth
it.
thousands of dollars right now.
Don't care.
Okay.
The Polaroid looks awesome. It really does.
So
I just can't see it flying off the shelves.
really, okay. So how many
Agree.
camera buffs are out there in the world?
Yeah, but
Not that much.
the camera
Really?
buffs like the Canon
They-
F1, like the high end cameras, like a Polaroid. When it
Yeah,
disappeared, nobody cared.
well,
Nobody cared.
and the camera buffs like cameras. They don't like imitation of cameras. They want
and
real cameras. They
If
want
they care,
And
I don't even know what it's called, but there's a special name for it. The little box camera that you looked in the top that was pre 60s. That my dad had one when I was growing up, and the other people had one that took the big chunk of film
Dave
in
had
it.
one too.
The Black Betty or something like that. Just a
Yeah.
fantastic camera. Make that one, because
Okay.
that's historic.
Okay. So your points are all null and void because A,
Here
we
we go.
said, huh?
Well, I'm listening.
A, you said no one's gonna buy this. Why are they building? Why are they bringing back old stuff like that? The Atari 2600 is old.
I
It's the
know.
same story. If there's people that are willing to buy the Atari 2600 because they're gaming
There's no-
nerds,
I'm hoping this. I hope this one sells. I really am.
then
Because again,
I'm saying
I'm
that I think
positive.
I
I'm
don't
Mr.
think the
Positive.
Atari is doing all that good, Jeff.
so. Sorry, you don't
I
think
hope
what?
it is.
I don't think the Atari set is doing all
Well,
that great.
beside the point, kind of. I'm just saying I don't think that this one. I don't know that this one will sell well, but at the same time, I don't think that this is a mistake by them because I'm pretty sure there's a community of people that would love this thing.
Sure, and
So
keep on doing it as I see. As I say, four sets this time, fantastic, because
Anyway,
there's a wide range of interest there that we just saw.
they,
And
they can afford that venture. Even if it fails, they got like $800 million US in their bank account just for the first half of 2022. So they can't
So
afford a mistake. If they
yeah,
want to have a Polaroid
they can
set,
take risks. Yeah.
they can take risks.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think the family will matter that much.
I am wondering if this one will come with a disclaimer saying, please do not shake vigorously. Like, you know, the
Where is
I'm
the
assuming
picture?
a photo will come out of it or something. It'll have that kind of an action. So jumping back to chat for a minute. Paul saying he loves the space entry. He's also inspired to design our own designs. So there you go. There are people that would be interested in it. Thank you, Paul.
Yep.
Steve comes back saying you're not interested in any of these. Steve, you're not helping my point here. Yvonne's
I'm
late.
interested in all the ways can't afford it.
Yvonne's late.
Uh-huh.
Was she
Okay.
making cookies again, or
She doesn't make cookies. You know why I know she doesn't make cookies? Because she never brings me cookies.
well, she
At the
did
same
make
time, I don't
cookies.
ever really see her that often, so that's probably why. But anyway, and Eric's also saying not interested. It's good, more money in the pocket for better kids. Yeah.
Nicely
So,
done.
Or
So,
to pay
yeah.
your
all the power to the Lego
increased
company. I hope they do it.
mortgages.
News-wise, the next one I had was Old Elementary. New Elementary's done an Old Elementary on the Clicklets. I wasn't going to jump into this too much, just kind of putting it out there if anybody's really interested in Clicklets, come check this out. I did have a look through, and I only have a few of these parts. But I forgot how many interesting little bits and pieces there were. So
I remember when we went to Brick Fest. I think Lickets were out. Was it Brick
Yeah.
Fest?
Yeah,
Where
it
we
was
saw the
Brick
guy who built the aquarium.
Yeah.
That was one of the to this day that was one of my most my jaw dropped. How accurately fantastic that looked. It almost looked real. Like it was
Yeah.
beautiful. And a lot of Lickets pieces were in there.
Yvonne's not listening as well because she's saying next time she'll bring me some donuts. And I
You
said
don't
cookies.
bring me flowers anymore.
I want cookies. Sorry.
I
Anyway,
like donuts.
I never come to see her to get them. I have come to see her a few times. Thank you very much, but not recently. I know. All right.
Well, Jeff doesn't need cookies right now. He needs a cake for Thomas.
I do. This is true. I work on that. Okay, we're gonna get back to that in a minute. We're gonna get back to that in a minute. We are going to jump quickly over to this, which is our see how bad Lego
Spreadsheet.
spreadsheet. Yes, so we've got Lego searched. We're sorting by 844 cents. So basically the same number as last time. I think last time was 845, but it was 844. It's just something overlapped. So what do we got here? We got 719 sets still available. So it went down 2 sets. Out of stock 79 went up some sets. Back order has dropped down to 43, and coming soon is 3. So we haven't added. There's only 3 sets coming out. There's only 2 sets currently coming out for November 1st, or the week of November 1st, which is the brain fart. The new Iron Man Hulkbuster is coming out in the first few days, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Hold on, let's find out. I know the London postcard is coming out. Oh yeah, the foosball table. That one comes out on the 1st. The London postcard comes out January 1st. I did check that, and this one comes out, I think, for VIPs on the
4th.
Coming soon on date.
On 4th, November 4th for VIP
Lego
members.
Yeah, Lego do better. Coming soon on date.
Insert date here.
They missed the variable. Anyway, so yeah, the 4th for VIP members. I think it's like the 8th or the 7th for non-VIP members.
No, it's November 9th, I think.
Okay, fine. Technical. Sheesh. Anyway, so numbers are pretty much stable. 85, 9, 5, a little switch in the out of stock and back orders. But we're also obviously late November. This will most likely drop drastically. But we're tracking it just because. Just because. Oh, and I will.
The American Thanksgiving is coming, so
it is.
that
and I will
quickly certainly put a dent in the available sets.
Yeah. I will quickly just talk about Lego Masters. We are down to 9 teams, and 33% of those teams are Canadian. That's all I'll say, because I don't want to give anything away. Spoilers. But yeah.
We're the best.
There is actually another episode that just finished airing, so I will talk about that tomorrow on Fazoom's channel on Old Grey Bricks, because they're doing an after chat. So yeah, we were talking about this a few minutes ago. We're going to jump back into this. I don't know why that's grayed. I can't ungrade Yvonne's comments. Anyway, it's not showing up on the screen, I see. But anyway, so the other news article I had, which was really my point of this, is now that these 4 sets have been posted, we still have, I think it's 9 sets in total. Let me just find the number here. So there's 4 new projects. The foosball table was an ideas project. It's coming out. That was the first one in 2022. So we have another one coming out, but there's still the A-frame cabin, the BTS Dynamite set. So the BTS is that Korean pop band. Tribute to Galileo, Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson Sisters Cottage, Viking Village, Lego Insects, Orient Express, Tales of Space Age, and Polaroid. Those are the 4 new ones. There's a Dungeons and Dragons contest going on. I think might be finishing up soon. And there's also the Target X ideas one we talked about in the past few weeks. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 11 sets that they still haven't actually released. I know there's a huge design time frame, like obviously from when the set gets approved to when it's produced. Um, there's that whole big time frame. But my biggest thought is, how long does it take to come out with these sets? Like what did I say, um, the foosball table was the first one of 2022, and it is coming out.
Yeah, but
Um,
have you seen the original foosball table and the one
yeah,
they're
it's completely
releasing?
small. Yeah,
It's a complete redesign. I mean, it's
yeah,
That happens every time
not
with these
it's
things.
nothing that like the original. So if they're doing that to every idea set that makes the cut, I mean, yeah, sure, you're gonna have a backlog because you're
yeah,
basically redoing all the work that the
yeah.
original designer has done.
Foosball table, Dave.
Whoosh.
You said you didn't see it.
No, I'm saying it happens every
Oh,
time. It happens. Like how many
oh,
sets
a
of
redesign. Okay.
like the Jason
Um,
Ellermans, like they're all redesigned.
yeah. Um, yeah, I get that. And
I get alternating design to meet the threshold of certain parts, or certain parts are not no longer available or no
yeah,
longer in the catalog or in the current catalog, and you want to put in new. I mean, tweaking a design I get, but redesigning the whole thing, like that foosball
yeah.
that football table. I mean,
And
it's gonna take a
do
lot of time, and it's
you want to
gonna.
try and block that one, Dave?
Oh, let me
See
try.
if it works.
Woo! There you
Um,
go.
Brick Bunny has joined us as well. Hello.
Hi,
Um,
Ben.
Not that impressed with the space set, train set. I guess we'll see how the designer comes out with the finished model. The camera looks interesting. Yep. Did you do it, Dave?
I
Hover. Oh, there you
Yeah, you
go.
Yay!
did.
You got it. And you mods.
Yay! I did something. That
So
was it.
I sorry, I did misread. The foosball table didn't actually come out. It wasn't actually a Lego idea set from 2022. It's the last idea set that will be released this year. So it was a 2021 model, most likely. So I don't know. I just like, we have, like, basically, say that foosball table came out sometime in 21. So that's like a year and a half cycle. So now that we have 4 sets announced yesterday, does that now mean that all 4 of those will be released in the very closely together? Or are they going to spread them out a little bit? Like, are they going to have more releases of ideas over the next years to
Well,
try and
Good questions.
you said that there were about 10 sets
11? Yeah,
in the backlog, so
yeah,
that gives one per month, per most likely.
yeah,
So I think Lego could do a new release every month.
yeah. They'd have to add more people to those teams, I think, as well, just to get the turnaround, or to allow them to
Well,
turn around those sets, I
well,
think.
it all depends on how much of a redesign they do to these ideas. I mean,
Yeah.
if you just twerking the main idea and just you know, like I said, putting in current pieces and not changing the whole design,
Hmm.
it could probably you could probably do a quicker job about it. But if
Yeah.
you're redesigning the whole thing like the football table, of course you're gonna need more people. But then again, they have quite a few designers over in Mindstorms that they're gonna have
And
to
then
move
now they don't
around.
have jobs. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that a mind, don't not to like a Mindstorm developer or a Mindstorm builder, to me, like designer, would probably head more into a Technic world than, or into some other power functions or something like that, over like
Well,
some of the
they
ideas
move
stuff,
designers
possibly.
a lot. Remember
Yeah, that's
that there
true.
was a time that when Star Wars set got a lot more technic.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
that's Pierre Normandie told us straight up that it was because one of the designers over at Technic had been moved to the Star Wars section, the Star
Okay.
Wars team. So now he was bringing all these technic elements into the
Yeah,
Star
so they
Wars.
could do like the walker and stuff like that, actually walked, that walked and stuff. Um, then obviously none of us have had time to watch the Lego Masters episode tonight, so I don't want you to give us any
No spoilers.
hints, but here's hoping that 3 Canadians did make it through
Not that I
tonight.
care.
That would push for, that would be a great push to have our own version, a whole
Thank you, Ben.
Canadian version of Lego Masters.
Yeah, agreed. I guess I
If
could
you
fill
had
this
three
in.
Canadian teams in the final competing for that final title, I mean,
Yeah. Ben, did someone get sent home? I'm assuming so. For now, I'll make the assumption that someone got sent home. But anyway, yeah, it would be. Gee, like, if we did make it, if it was all Canadians that made it to the finals, it would be one of those. Gee, maybe we should have a Canadian version, right? Okay, yes, someone got
definitely
sent home.
have, and I think it would prove that a lot of Canadian builders and a lot of Canadian fans
Mhm.
are really great at doing Lego stuff.
Yeah,
I
and there's a
mean,
lot more that I didn't even know existed, right? Like,
this one here.
wait, hold on, do that again. Anyway, he's oblivious to that. That was the funny part.
I like being
Hey, Dave.
oblivious.
We were moving you around the screen because St-Cyr was pointing at me the whole time, and I was trying to switch it around.
I get the
Anyway.
point at both of you.
Yeah, they casted 3 really great teams. Hey Ben, next week please don't tell me who gets voted in there, because I do watch it tomorrow, and I don't want to know. But thank you for letting me know that Canadians were safe this week. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about ideas?
They're awesome.
They're awesome. They do have genres that don't necessarily appeal to everyone.
Yeah, but
like that, right?
I wish there would be more variety, because we often see either castle sets or modular city type sets,
Yeah.
or just that Polaroid thing or recreation of existing elements.
I am still shocked that there are not a lot of space things that make it through. I mean, we had that space thing this time, the little backdrop one.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Space fans are the worst.
I agree.
They're
Dave
the worst
Cadice,
community
Except for
ever.
the 2 people on this channel right now.
I'm a space fan too, Dave.
Well, the 3 people on this channel. I was counting in my head, Jeff. I really was. What's he gonna say?
Yeah, we'll just ignore the fact that I've got like a wall of space figs right here in front of me the whole time.
Woot.
Wait, hold on. I'll do that. Just
You know what I really miss? I honestly
You're a
miss your
great space builder, Jeff. I know that.
I miss your space train. That was awesome.
It's
I miss
coming
your
back.
space buggy. The big one.
It's coming back.
No,
Oh, the space buggy just got taken apart last year because it didn't survive. I'm blocking another user here.
Oh, she was offering free girls. I mean, I could use a couple to do my dishes.
Oh, that's a little sexist.
Hey, I'm allowed
Anyway.
to be a little sexist sometimes.
Well, I won't go there. I'm glad there were 4 chosen instead of just 1 or 2. Oh, 4 idea sets. Yeah, I mean, I can see choosing more. It does give more people the opportunity to get the Lego idea set. I'm just not sure how they're going to handle.
Or just up the threshold. I mean, move it from 10,000 votes to 15,000 votes. So
yeah. Then nothing will get selected. That's a good way to end the program.
Well, not necessarily end the program, but give the project a little longer, but have them meet a 15,000 people threshold. So
yeah. Well, how about, so if you're redesigning it, how about basically, I mean, it's probably more work for Lego, but basically say, here's the 39 sets that have qualified. Lego does their due diligence and says, okay, we have a choice of these 10 sets. vote, like have us vote on them as well, type
Yeah.
thing. And maybe have Lego employees do it as well, or like Lego company has a percentage of that vote that they can decide overall. But just to see what would be the most popular, and maybe vote with money, like the way the Bricklink Designer program is, right? Put a down payment on this set if you would
Yeah.
want it.
That's a great
Because,
idea, actually.
well, yeah, because then at least you're invested in it, and you're it's not just a popularity contest. It's a, hey, you're putting a deposit down on this set. Just basically like the Bricklink Designer program does it, but do it right off the bat. But again, that's probably a lot more work from their point as well. So
Probably.
yeah,
I mean,
I
they're
don't know.
getting all these ideas for basically free.
Yes,
And
agreed.
I say it's about time because
They just give a percentage of the sales
when
to the.
when we started doing Lego shows, when I found out there was other adult fans of Lego, that not just me, and
What there are?
yeah, I know, shocking.
Wow.
We're not just three.
Like
I
I
thought we were
nobody
just
in
three
Hamilton, by
Canadian
the way,
fans.
nobody in Hamilton. Greg Highland doesn't count, but anyway,
Nice. I'm
he never
glad he
called me.
doesn't watch this because
Well, I never
wow.
called him either, so it's kind of my fault. I keep on saying it. But my issue is my thing is that back in the late 1990s and the 2000s, Lego was making the most crappy sets on the planet. We were doing shows, and I'm going to these shows with the same parts and pieces that Lego's producing now, and they can't make a set if their life depended on it. They
Mhm.
couldn't make a good set in the 90s besides, DRCX and the space shuttle they got right there. But other than that, they're all crap. And then I was going to these shows and I'm going, look at the stuff that people are making. And that's just here. And then you get a lug net and you see all
Yeah.
over the world. And I'm going, these people are making these glorious and simple, quote unquote, simple, very little pieces. And it's better than anything the Legos put out this past decade. I'm going, why
Yeah.
aren't they reaching out to the community to refresh their ideas,
Designers. Yeah.
designers, and then they hired Peter from Montreal, whatever, and
Pierre.
they
Yeah.
whatever Pierre. But that was great. But I'm going, this should have happened a decade before, at least a decade before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were hiring
They
fans,
did.
but
When they hired Pierre, they were in the process of hiring a lot more A-folds because they actually saw that what the community was coming up in terms of
Exactly.
mocks, and it
yeah.
was better than what they were creating in their own shop. So, but you're right.
Yeah.
They kind of Lego kind of got late in the game, but I don't think it's a problem right now because they
Well,
do have
I'm
some
going to
great
say
designers right now over at Lego. And
the Lego sets over the past bunch of years have been glorious. The floral line, whatever, the artistic line, the architecture line, even the city and space and town, whatever you want to call it. All those sets have been glorious. I mean, they're not directing it at me because I've got what I want. I'm not spending a lot of money on sets that I'll just put into the collection. But
Mhm.
for everybody else, the sets in the past decade have been fantastic. Just utterly
Yeah.
beautiful across all themes. I mean, all themes. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Galaxy Squad, but some people were. Don't even start. Don't even start. I don't have mine yet. I'll get it.
You don't, Dave?
Pardon?
You don't, Dave?
I don't
Across the
what?
border, they're cheaper over there. You don't have one yet.
I am.
Oh no, wait. Was it across? Yeah, I think the States is selling them. They've got a discount on them somewhere. I think I saw that. But
So Lego can keep on doing what they're doing. They fixed their issues in the 90s overall. Now as they pointed out, David pointed out, they are terribly expensive. And they raised their price, the whatever they talked about in August. I keep on running into people that I know that know I'm a Lego fan, and they go, I can't believe how expensive Lego is these days. Sorry,
Mhm.
I have no, way to
It's
change
all your
that.
fault, Dave.
100% my fault.
It is. Yeah.
But they do mention that. It seems to be
well,
even for the public, it seems to be the topic of conversation is how expensive Lego is right now.
Mhm.
it I was thinking of that over the last week, Dave, and you keep saying, well, it doesn't affect me. Well, eventually, it's going to affect you
Oh, for sure.
because
The used
on the
market.
turnaround, somebody's gonna ask more for their used Lego set because
Yippers.
they would have paid more for them. So
Yeah.
eventually, Value Village in your town, which is somewhere in the Twilight Zone,
Yes.
keep saying it.
Agreed. 100%.
But one day they're gonna caught up and say, "Hey, Lego is more expensive. We should sell our Lego for a lot more money than we used to." So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Or they just, direct feed to Dave's house. They just bring it to your house first and say, interested? Yes, no? Okay, then we'll put it up
So
for,
maybe.
Dave gets first dibs.
do you want it, Dave?
No.
He does.
I like what I have in my house, and
What
yeah.
they'll do is they'll get it if they get a Galaxy Explorer in, they'll take one piece from the Galaxy Explorer and put it in each bag, so that you have to
Sell
buy
them
them all.
for 5 cents each.
No, the bags they'll sell them for $10 a piece still, but there's one piece of the Galaxy Explorer in there, so Dave
And
will
he
feel
put-
like he has to buy them all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like collectors. It was like Pokemon. Got to catch them all.
Yeah. So Steve was mentioning earlier that Blue Bricks is so popular because they actually listen to what feedback from AFOLs and what they want. And some sellers try, but it just sits there until they reduce the prices. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know.
Well,
It is
it
Trying
all
to sell-
depends on the value and the rarity and it's all offer and demand. So
Yeah,
if you have a set that's really in high demand, a used set or just a set that has been discontinued and it's in high demand,
yeah,
the price is going to go up and just keep going up until
yeah. And yes, trans yellow is there, then it's there. Then it's a buy. Speaking of which, I was gonna say I'm gonna get some of those canopies probably late this week or early next week because my order shipped. My second order. For
lucky
two
you,
pieces.
lucky you. I haven't
Yours-
heard from my order yet.
What day did you order?
October 10th.
I ordered October 7th, so you should probably hear it Friday. I would say Friday or Monday. You'll hear that it's been shipped. It's about a 16-day turnaround right now.
I hope so because last
think I
time
saw-
I had to, complain to Lego.
Don't complain to Lego, Dave. They already
Why?
hear enough complaints from other people. Why
Hey,
is Lego so expensive? Why is this Duplo train not available and it's available on Amazon?
Why did they increase their prices when they made $800 million US in
There you go.
profit?
Exactly. Oh, I can actually
Because
put this
that's
on
greed
the truck
tax.
now.
They're just they're putting the default on inflation just to get more money.
Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah.
the only reason. And to the defend of Lego, they're not the only big company that's doing this.
no, everybody's
A lot
doing
of big companies are blaming the inflation, blaming increased prices on inflation, but they're putting yet another increase in their prices above the inflation
Record
rate.
profit.
So just to get more profit. So
it. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
over in Europe, they're putting up laws and tax laws to tax these increases back and give it back to the government. So
hmm Hey, Dave.
Yo.
Hold up what you're building. Paul didn't see it when
it's
because he joined late.
it's a Mexican sombrero.
It's round.
It's a Mexican
It's
sombrero.
round. Where are you?
And
Are you
and
actually
I-
building a second launch pad?
Yeah. I caved in.
So
I
you're
was
gonna build
looking at
another
it
rocket,
today,
or
Pardon?
you're gonna build another rocket, or what?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet. I don't know if
Okay.
it's gonna be a habitat.
You could
or
actually put a new Galaxy Explorer in there, ready to launch, because you said it was too big for
Oh.
your landing pads. But is it too big to be launched from a launch tower?
That's the problem with the
Sorry, Dave.
No, it happens every time.
I know. I was about to say, Dave, you're grabbing it by the rug.
I am.
It doesn't fit. How about a vertical,
Yeah, vertical.
Like a takeoff.
Yeah,
like Lightyear? Yeah.
or
Oh.
a ramp at a like 45 degrees or 50 or 60-degree angle.
Ben is recommending a chapeau de space. I think I spelled that.
Chapeau
Said that right.
d'espace.
Despace. Tomato.
Espace, Jeff.
Tomato, man.
C'est un
Have you ever walked
chapeau.
into
It's a space hat. A chapeau d'espace.
space condos?
I think it might be
Have
a
you
lab,
ever
a research lab. That's why I'm probably going to build it.
have you ever walked into a store and bought something just because it's like, oh, I own something like that?
Ooh.
I don't own the ST, mind you, or mine's dark gray, but I was like, hey, that's my car.
So you bought your car
I bought my car
in a
from
mini
a,
form?
from a brand I've never heard about, Greenlight Collectibles. But hey,
Hey,
anyway,
it's your car.
it's my car. So
Just have to paint
Um,
it dark gray.
it's a giant carousel. That's it, Dave. Build a space carousel, a space theme park. You can have roller coasters, stuff. You got
A
the room for that.
motorized?
Yeah,
No,
roller
no,
coaster
you
kinda
cannot. They're discontinuing Mindstorms.
Well, it'll be
I can make
old
the walls
school.
out of 20 RCXs that I will never use again. So.
Nice. Oh, geez. Anyways, I think we'll call it for the night. Are there too many Lego ideas? Possibly. We'll
Maybe.
see how it plays out. Like if they do go to a monthly or maybe a month and a half of a new release, I could see that maybe being a possibility. But they've got to speed up their game a bit, I think, in order to do that. So, yeah, we'll talk to you guys all next week. And I'm not sharing the screen anymore. I was going to put that picture back up, but I can't. All right, we're ending the broadcast. So have a great night, guys. And we will see you guys next week.